It's the most... Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, keep going.
Welcome to the most wonderful time of the year. Not for us, because we ain't in Christmas. We're doing this post-Christmas.
We're doing it, yeah.
Pre-Christmas. We're doing this pre-Christmas.
We've somehow managed to do this post-Christmas and upload it at Christmas time.
Yeah, so...
No, we're doing this pre-Christmas. We are doing the top 5 dead or alive Christmas movies of all time. Now, if you love Christmas and you're feeling jolly, like and subscribe. You know, we're here to help you figure out what you're going to watch pre or post. I don't know when this is going to come out. It could be New Year's Eve that we put this out.
It could be post-Christmas.
It could be post-Christmas. But you're going to watch some of these movies based on our recommendations. Now, look.
You are going to watch some of these movies.
Now, look, it is the most wonderful time of the year for you.
Is.
But right now, we ain't in the most wonderful time of the year because when going through this episode and trying to figure out things, I was just like, have I ever watched a Christmas movie?
That's what I was thinking. I remember like Bob the Builder Christmas special when I was about 8 years old. And I'm just thinking they had like Mambo number 5. It was like Bob the Builder number 5.
Yeah, Bobo number 5. Bobo. He had a Santa hat on though, didn't he?
Yeah, Bobo damn had that Santa hat on.
He'd lose his white card doing that on the building site.
Oh, 100%.
He's going to lose his white card.
You need to have steel-toe boots. You need to have your helmet on.
Now, I should say white card is,
It's a construction permit to be on a construction site. Yeah. I don't know. I'm assuming it's a...
Is it universal?
I'm saying, is it Australia-wide? I'm not sure.
I'm assuming it's Australia-wide. But, for us, our back catalogue, I can't say fans. I could just say people who just need something to listen to overseas. They may hear white card and they may think we're just like saying, Bob the Builder is racist.
Bob the Builder
He's just using his white card everywhere he goes.
Which he might be. I haven't revisited it.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
Anyway, we're doing top 5 Christmas movies, and yeah, there won't be any honorable mentions.
This was a slog.
Because let's just say number 6, or the sixth one that I've got here is Noel, which is a movie we watched strictly for the Back Catalogue podcast, and
we didn't like it.
No,
from my understanding from my memory of it,
I should have actually re-listened to it.
I don't think we liked it. But here's the thing, Vincent. We know that right now, Island Boys is at the top of the charts. We know this.
Who's Island Boys?
I'm an island boy, and I would like to make it. You know those dudes that look like porcupines? The 2 brothers?
Oh.
Yeah, not Da Vinci.
Oh, not Da Vinci.
Those guys, they got all the tattoos. They got the big...
ones that you sent me, you tweeted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're top of the charts for sure at Christmas time. They've got their own we're Christmas boys.
Really?
No, but I'm predicting.
Oh.
How am I meant to know that?
Really, bro, it's November and I'm saying really. Dude, really? They're top of the charts at Christmas?
Hey, shout out if they have a Christmas album called The Christmas Boys.
I don't think I've heard any of their music.
Well, they've only got Island Boy, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, they're one-hit wonders so far.
I'm fairly sure. And then they did a cameo for Elon Musk. Elon Musk didn't ask for it, but someone asked for them to do a cameo for Elon Musk.
That's too good.
They call them the Tesla Boys.
Dude, that's too good.
But if they do a thing called Christmas Boys, and I would like to make it.
I mean, it's in their best interest to just do anything but boys, with boys at the end.
Why's that?
Why isn't they just do the same thing, but just
boys? Yeah, they have to do boys at the end. Exactly right. Yeah. So I hope that there's a Christmas album with them. I hope that they're in like a TV show. Maybe they host SNL for the Christmas special.
Yeah, maybe they host SNL.
Man,
SNL boys,
bro. There's so much that they can do.
There's so much.
Back Catalogue Boys.
Back Catalogue Boys.
If I get a cameo for you for Christmas, can I make it the Island Boys?
Oh, right, that'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious.
Vincent, let's get into our top 5 because this is going to be hard. But would you like to start, Vincent?
Can I just ask, have you got Die Hard on this list?
No.
Okay.
Do you?
I had it, but I had a question mark in it because I was just like, Die Hard's a Christmas movie because it's set in Christmas time.
Let me go over this right now. Let me go over this right now and let me set the facts straight.
Set them straight.
It doesn't matter. You know how people have arguments, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? It doesn't matter, man. You got other things to worry about in life. Taxes are due, man.
Taxes are due.
They're not. But you got bills to pay, The turkey needs to be basted.
Basted?
Yeah, you baste the turkey. I don't know
if
Lil
B, the basted god?
Yeah. Shout out Lil B, gone too soon, of course. But is Lil B still alive? I think you still laugh. But you gotta do other things. You don't need to complain about
Yeah, see,
is Home Alone a Christmas movie just because
Yeah.
it's Christmas adjacent.
well, Home Alone's a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie, but I'm saying like even if it's Christmas adjacent, there's a Christmas tree in the background. That's a Christmas movie,
Yeah, that's right.
you know, and it doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
I could have brought out a movie in January and be like, yeah, I guess there's Christmas elements to it.
If you said is it a Christmas themed movie,
That's different.
then we can discuss this, pre-taxes.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think a Christmas movie is defined as something that gives you Christmas energies, and if that's just there's snow and lights and tinsel,
And John McClane in a bloody singlet,
and
that's Christmas for me.
that's Christmas. That's Christmas.
Nah, so I mean, for
Do you want to
me,
get into your number 5? Then?
let's get into my number
Yeah.
5. Number 5 is Home Alone, the original.
Yeah, it's also on my list. I'm just going to say it right now. Should I just say it right now?
Say it right
it's
now.
my number 3.
It's a number 3,
Yeah,
right?
we're talking 1990s very own.
1990s very own.
Now, if you want to listen to our podcast on Home Alone,
That's right. We've actually got a podcast on. We've actually got on a few of these. I've got
I've got 2 of these that we've done
Yeah.
podcasts for. So go back to our episodes last year to listen to that. Just know we don't talk about Home Alone until probably the 30-minute mark of a 45-minute episode.
Oh, don't we?
No, it takes a while to talk about Home Alone.
We
It's
just
probably not that
tangent.
far.
We just
It was-
straight away.
It was tangenting, because it was the most wonderful time of the year when we
was.
made that.
That's right.
So we were hyped. But let's get into Home Alone. Why do you like this movie?
Look, Home Alone is just great because it's just a kid doing kid things, but he's doing it to the max.
He's doing it to the max. It's shenanigans.
It's shenanigans. That's right. And it's you remember. I remember watching that when I was a kid. And I'm thinking like, bro, this is like the top tier of kid.
I wish I could do this, although
He's
I'd
the
be scared.
alpha child.
He's the alpha child, yeah. Although I would be scared, I wish I could do this.
That's exactly
to
right.
someone.
That's exactly right. And I was terrified of putting on like cologne on my face after this.
The classic Home Alone
The
scream.
classic Home Alone scream.
I think that everyone in this movie was cast to perfection, but specifically Joe Pesci and
Man,
the man that plays
Marv and
Marv and
Joe Pesci.
is Marv is the other guy, right?
Nice.
Yeah. They are so hilarious. And Joe Pesci
know.
is one of the most underrated. I think he's underrated even though he's been in many great movies and done many great things.
Yeah,
that man is not talked about enough.
Yeah, they're good because they're just the right amount of believable criminals, but then they're also the right amount of just dumb idiots. And if you've been like on the back catalogue of the back catalogue, we're all about the dumb idiots doing dumb idiot things.
If I see a man slipping on something, falling, potentially breaking his spine, which
Yeah.
would have happened to these guys, the damage that these guys, got was insane. But if I see a man slipping, if I think about the top 3 funniest things ever, it's farting, it's slipping, and it's animals talking. That's
Okay.
top 3. That's top 3 the funniest things ever that will always make me laugh in some capacity. Right? Really. Like people start talking about fine wine comedy. I'm talking about, if I see a man slip over, that's hilarious to me.
That just reminds me of the one where it's the dude in the snowplow, and he's just slipping and slipping. He's just perpetually slipping.
Or the dude that goes out to his front yard and he's got like a bit of a sloped driveway and he's just wearing his thongs and it's the dead of winter and man slips and his thongs go flying.
The best are when they do the what is it? My name is Giovanni Giorgio, but you can call me Giorgio. Have you seen any of them? But I'm gonna send you them. I'll put one of them in the description if I
But
remember.
you've seen that man.
I've seen that one.
Slips out of his thongs.
He
and just slides down
just-
the teeth.
Yeah, slipping is one of the top tiers of comedy.
Yeah, it is. And you get a lot of that. This is slapstick humor at its very best, but it came out at a time that slapstick humor was on the way down.
Yeah.
Because the 90s now you don't see slapstick humor because people they're too full of themselves to understand that you can laugh at things.
Yeah, that's right.
You got it now.
How dare you hit that dude? Like someone's been hit before.
Someone has been hit.
Like what if
before.
people have been hit before?
That's true. What if people have been hit before? What if people slip down?
I mean, obviously that's important. Not that exactly, but
Yeah.
there's a scale.
But it's also, a kid's not really going to just start throwing hot irons at people after seeing Home Alone.
You never know, man.
I mean, there'd be one kid that would do it,
Yeah.
but he might not have been home alone. You know, there might have been someone there that he had to protect himself from, and this is a safety video in many ways.
This is an instructional video. No, but I mean, this is iconic. You got the get out from my lawn, you filthy animal. Like, leave the pizza there, your dog.
Yeah, that's from the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's not. It's the filthy animals is from the second one, right?
The filthy animals from the
because it's
first
when.
one.
What's the one when they're in the Merry Christmas? You filthy animals. That's from the first one.
Maybe that's from the second one.
What's the one when they're
and
like,
a Happy New Year? No, that's the first one.
Is
It's got to be. Anyway, there's that one.
there's
You
one of
know
them,
what
you
it is.
You know, Home Alone 2 is just
You
as
filthy
good,
animal.
but it's
chucking on a Christmas sweater is hilarious.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious, man. And he's like reading Playboy magazines. That's not that.
But yeah, no, it's just. I mean, it's great because he's kid doing kid things.
Kid doing kid.
And there's also the old man that he's scared of, and bro, he's just an old man. He just needs a mate, which is a little bit creepy, but it's.
It is because
it's still wholesome things though.
That old man is a creep, man. Because
Yeah.
not only does he befriend a young boy who's home alone,
Yeah.
and doesn't call the authorities, but also he's going to his granddaughter's choir recital, right? When he's been asked not to hang out with his granddaughter. That's
Yeah,
one thing.
that's true.
But also, there's other people's kids there, man. There's other people's kids there.
Yeah, but that's not an issue.
That is an issue to me. But
so if you go like.
If I see a lone old man looking at my kid, but he's like, no, I'm looking at the other kid, I'm going to be like, bro.
You're saying like a grandparent can't go see their grandchild?
No, that's not what I said. But the way that he went about it was not the way that he should have done it.
So you're saying because he looks creepy?
No, I'm saying because he's the only man there. Why is he the only man there? There's obviously no precedent for other parents to go there.
Someone says that the grandchild just goes, "Hey, bro, that's my grandfather."
Well, that's fine. That's fine if they say that. But she didn't even know he was in the building. He was sitting there, he was in one of the pews, right? And in the dead of night, he was looking at people.
I think you're nitpicking here.
I might be nitpicking, but still, man's befriends a kid that's home alone doesn't. Call the authorities.
That's right. He doesn't call the authorities.
But that's it is what it is, and we get what we get. We don't get upset.
That's right.
Unless it's 2021 and people are just getting upset.
People just getting upset.
Yeah, and then for some reasons, they're right to get upset.
Exactly. There are reasons to get upset.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone has a right to be upset.
That's right.
But Vincent, I'm going to get into my number 5, which is 2008's very own 4 Holidays. But in other countries, it's called 4 Christmases.
4 Holidays. Okay. I've never heard of this movie.
This is starring Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
And Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
And let me tell you something.
The comedy king.
The comedy king, Vince Vaughn, right? Let me tell you something. It is a story about this couple that they meet up and they love each other, but they never wanted to introduce each other to their families, their respective families, if you will. And the reason for that was because, my family's crazy. You can't hang out with my family. No, you're going to learn too much about me. I don't want you to do that. But then what happens is they're about to go on their holiday, which they always do. They always go on a holiday at Christmas time and say, oh, sorry, we booked a holiday. We can't make it.
And everyone books the same holiday.
No. Then all the flights are delayed because of smog and whatnot, right?
Yeah. Someone been vaping where they shouldn't be vaping.
Yeah. There was barking from the dog, there was smog, and Mama cooked a breakfast with hog. You know what I mean? So it wasn't a good day.
Yeah, good reference.
But then they get put on the news. They get put on the news and they say, hey, where you guys meant to be going for Christmas? And their family, all respective families see them, right? So they have to go on 4 holidays because, divorced parents and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
But shenanigans ensue, let me tell you that much.
Well, Vince Vaughn, there's always shenanigans involved with Vince Vaughn.
And Vince Vaughn's a man of big reactions. And there is a scene in which he falls off a house while he's trying to put on a satellite.
That's hilarious.
And you see a man built like Vince Vaughn, like 6'7",
Falling off a roof?
Well, dude, that's top tier,
That's content. Because that's slipping.
Oh, that's slipping, dude. That's slipping. And it is, look, I will say it's not the best movie of all time, but it is a movie that I love watching around Christmas time.
Yeah.
It is one of those movies where I say, this is my part of my Christmas routine. I have to watch, in the December month, I have to watch 4 Holidays.
Yeah. Do you have to do that every year?
I have to do that every year.
Maybe I ought to watch it because I've never heard of that movie in my life.
It is one of those ones where, it's typical, they love each other, and then something comes up and they're like, oh.
Yeah, but that's those, is it early 2000s or in the 2000s?
It's 2008's very own.
Yeah, so 2000s, that's absolute, that's the comedy, comedy special.
Yeah, that's right. And, are they going to get back together? But of course they are. And then he ends off with, maybe there could be a sequel.
Could there be a sequel?
No.
But were their families crazy?
Their families were crazy, but also, lovely in their own ways.
And that's right, because, everyone's just trying to do the best.
And Jon Favreau's in it.
Jon Favreau?
Yeah, he's Vince Vaughn's brother.
Oh, that's good. Well, I've got a Jon Favreau head in this one.
You're talking what I think you're talking.
Don't tell me.
Oh, okay, you want to get into your next one? Okay, yeah, into your next one.
All right, we're doing am I doing number 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I wrote things about this.
Wrote things about it, man?
I wrote things about this.
You wrote about it, man?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Bro, that's my number 4.
That's my number 4.
Dude, we're talking Jim Carrey's very
We're talking
right?
Jim Carrey's
Yeah.
Look.
That's my number 4. You know that, right? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. We didn't we're not in cahoots.
No, we're not.
Like, we don't even know each other. We just rocked up and did top 5 Dead or Alive Christmas movies.
I was wondering, you look different.
And that's our number 4.
Yeah, that's number 4.
So, I mean, I'll say right now because, I'm doing my notes. I got my notes. I love Christmas movies that people don't like Christmas and then they love Christmas.
Oh, dude. You get me a Scrooge in there.
Christmas movies, I'm going to say how much depth can they actually have? They can have a bit of depth.
Yeah.
But, there's the formula. I reckon you stick to the formula, you're pretty good. You can obviously go out of there, juxtaposition and whatnot.
Oh, 100%.
But the movies that I like that are Christmas movies are just, there's a Scrooge and then there's not a Scrooge because they learn to love people and just like their life.
And is there nothing better than that around Christmas time?
That's
Because
exactly
Christmas
right.
is a time of just being with people and being merry.
Yeah.
And if you have that man's, in your world that is not merry and then he becomes merry.
That's top tier.
That's top tier, man.
That's top tier. And the Grinch, how the Grinch Stole Christmas is probably one of the more famous ones, but also one of the more kind of out there where, Mans wants to destroy Christmas.
Yeah, he doesn't just write it off. He wants to take it away from
Christmas, which he does.
He does.
He does. And yeah, Jim Carrey in this movie. Oh man. And it's just, it's a Dr. Seuss property.
Yeah, it is.
And it's so stylized.
I don't know who the director is of this, but like in my mind, it's just Tim Burton. Like it just has to be Tim Burton, but it's probably not.
It's probably not.
You know what I mean?
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm going to look it up now. Yeah. But Whoville and the characters in Whoville are just...
Yeah.
It's exactly like you just... When you think of those characters, you're like, this is Christmas. This is what Christmas looks like in the North Pole.
That's right.
I'm going to look up who the director was. It definitely wasn't Tim Burton. In saying that, it's going to say Tim Burton here. But let me see. Ron Howard.
Ron Howard?
Yeah, we're talking Ron Howard, man.
All right, John's brother.
Shout out Ron Howard. But go on. What are some other reasons you love it other than Jim Carrey just killing the role?
The dog in it is hilarious.
The dog is hilarious, yeah.
Dude just lives in trash.
The scene where they are living in trash and Jim Carrey's mad. The Grinch is mad, so he like pulls the thing off the table. He like pulls the sheet from underneath, the tablecloth from underneath all the glass, and the glass doesn't fall off. Apparently that was not meant to happen in the movie. So apparently Jim Carrey was meant to pull the tablecloth off and all the glass was meant to break.
Yeah, it did.
But he did such a good pull that it just stayed on there.
Far out.
So he walks away, then he comes back, he starts slapping all the individual glasses.
That's just Jim Carrey doing Jim Carrey things.
That's Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, I think Jim Carrey in this, I haven't seen Jim Carrey in a while. Personally, I've never seen him, but in movies, I haven't seen him in a while.
I was about to say, well, you normally like catch up? Hey, Jim, man, it's been too long. Like last time I saw you in The Grinch.
In saying that, I did see him in Sonic. But when he's given an assignment, he will go to the ends of the earth to give exactly what he needs to give. And I think there's no one that could have done The Grinch better.
Yeah, nah, don't think so.
Like maybe someone could have done it, a bit more. I'm mad. I'm sad. I'm low. But Jim Carrey just went. You know what? The Grinch is mad. Both that he's angry, but also he's just mad. Like he's crazy.
That's right.
And I'm going to take it that way.
Yeah. The good thing about this movie is it also shows the Grinch as a child. And it does that because like
when he starts shaving and he's got them little. That's hilarious.
Yeah. That hit me.
Yeah. Because that's what
like,
you do.
I had a moustache in like year 6.
Man. Remember we met up in year 6 and you said what you said. We won't say it on live on air because that's gonna
slanderous.
Yeah, it's slanderous. But you had a moustache at that point.
I had a moustache at that point.
That's crazy, man.
Far
that's
out.
crazy. Now you just got like hair. You got from the toe up. Like it
does
just
got
comes
hair.
back. It just comes back around.
Right, it don't stop. It absolutely don't stop. I got to shave these areas because otherwise my neck and my chest hair just connect. And you're asking questions of yourself. You're going like, where does it stop? And the answer is it doesn't.
Doesn't. But you got a full head of hair, and that's something that people got to respect. You know? So don't feel bad about having too much hair.
No, that's right. Look, I'm not complaining.
That's good.
I'm not complaining.
But yeah, the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, he steals it, but then,
Yeah.
gosh darn it, he gives it back.
Gosh darn, he gives it back with the help from that little lady with the nose up. Like
Yeah,
that.
and I think they all have their noses up.
Yeah, I don't like. That's one thing I'd find a bit uncomfortable.
About the Whovillians.
The Whovillians.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're not talking like the people who like Doctor Who.
Can I tell you something about the Grinch now that you reminded me?
Yeah.
So we were in New York City, me and my partner, and we were like, the Grinch Who Stole Christmas is playing like live theatre
Yeah.
to watch in Madison Square Gardens, right? So I'm thinking, dude, it's Christmas time in New York. We're going to watch the Grinch. It was the worst thing I've ever watched in my life. Now, shout out to all those people who did the Grinch 2018, 2019, the Grinch Who Stole Christmas in New York, MSG. The guy who played the Grinch, man, he knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
He did a bit of Jim Carrey, but he did his own thing. And then every other person in that in that show, was as mediocre as we are.
Oh, wow.
And when they were singing, they sung in this. I don't know if they sang in the movie, I can't remember. But when they were singing in the theatre show,
Yeah.
the Whovillians, whenever they were singing, they'd get all the kids to sing and they'd be like, and it'd just be the highest pitched thing. I could not hear a single word. Now, here's the worst thing that happens next. When you go to a theatre, right, we're talking about once the doors are closed, you can't come in because then you're going to be disturbing other people's presence. And you're going to be, the actors will see people walking around. I'm talking about we're 25 minutes into the show, and man's the
Flashlight.
yeah, like the what's it called, man's
Usher.
He's out there doing these ones. Yeah, your seat's over there, and I'm just getting flashlights in my eyes. I thought I was like,
I mean, that's like health and safety house.
What if my eyes got strained?
That's right.
But I would never recommend that show. But I will recommend this movie. And
Yeah.
Vincent, you got to get into your.
Number 2. Did we get number 3?
You got to get into your number 3.
Number 3, okay. Now my number 3 movie is The Santa Claus.
Dude, we did a podcast on this as well.
Dude, have you got this in your?
No, I don't.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
surprised. I
man,
thought you would have had this.
I don't know if I like Santa Claus.
Yeah, I actually don't think you did. Dude, I love this movie. I love that movie. I thought it was great. I thought it was great because Tim Allen's top tier.
Tim Allen's top tier. He goes to Denny's in that movie.
He'd take his kid to Denny's.
Yeah, he doesn't go though, which is a travesty.
But that's like, he had his time doing that.
He did.
He had his time doing that. But, strictly the formula.
Yeah, exactly, right? 'Cause
Exactly the
he's a
formula.
man that put Christmas, he's like, I'm going to do my business, but
That's
I'm not
right.
going to think about Christmas.
I'm a businessman. I'm do business.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? That movie, the idea of it has grown on me a little bit. I did fall asleep in it at the time of watching, but it was Christmas time. I had probably turkeys in my belly.
Yeah,
Right?
basted turkeys.
Basted turkeys in my belly. But
I mean, the premise of it.
the premise of it is great.
Man, like the clause says, like, but you Santa, you signed on the dotted line.
If you kill Santa, like you become Santa.
That's right, you kill Santa. Hilarious.
Yeah. Santa's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
The man
Hilarious that the
dies.
dude just died and Tim Allen's just, I'm Santa now.
Yeah.
Our man doesn't get charged.
And then he just does Santa things.
Like, you imagine, right? We're thinking, 3 movies down the track, Tim Allen's the one on the roof. Man just dies. His son, his wife or ex-wife, they just don't know what happened to him. Man's just dead. There's another Santa that comes the next year.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Dad. Oh, you're not my dad. Yeah, sorry, bro. He fell off the roof last year. He's dead.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's some Legos.
What happens to like the wife? Because I'm assuming Santa Claus had Mrs. Claus before Tim Allen's came into it. Because at the end of the movie, he has the Mrs. Claus, right? Maybe that's in the second movie.
I don't know.
But what happened to that man's wife and child?
They get kicked out of the North Pole. They're just out with one of them sticks in the bag.
Just going through the snow.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the dark side of the Santa Claus.
That's the dark side of Santa Claus.
That's on the dotted line.
That's on the fine print.
Yeah, sorry,
that's the
yeah.
terms and conditions you didn't read.
Yeah.
You just said agree.
You just said agree because you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to click this, but then you realize you've just sold 30% of your life to Apple. They said, when you die, I'm going to take 30% of your life. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah, like you'd be dead. Like, I don't know how you're taking life, but.
I remember people would always say, make sure you read every single bit of those terms and conditions because there could be something bad in there or there could be something good. And like some people were apparently going through the terms and conditions and they had a particular thing that said, if you see this, you can win $1,000 if you're the first person to like, send this word through. I'm never going to read through a term and condition. I don't care if it says I will kill you tomorrow.
But also you can just do like Control F on the keyboard.
Yeah, and just type in, will they kill me tomorrow?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Every time I'm just going to Control F, kill. Damn. But like the deal other than that is pretty good. I'm just going to click it.
Yeah, so I mean the Santa Claus, I enjoyed that movie. There was a standoff with police. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like and Santa Claus coming out with your hands up.
What was the because he don't all the police
because
like,
he
goes to jail, right?
He goes to jail. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He goes to jail because he wasn't allowed to see his son.
Yeah.
Because his wife was
like
thinking man's off the rails.
Oh, of course.
Which he was.
Because he came back looking like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After a week.
Man's had a full white beard and he was,
jolly.
He was jolly. He was jolly. And like, as you would be. Because if you're not only in the snow, but you have to go all night without eating. You have to have some fuel in
That's
the
right.
In the pack.
What are people leaving out? Because you can't give cookies to reindeers.
No, man. You got cookies. At my house, we leave out a
spanakopita.
No, we leave out a cheeky West End. But we still do it, man. I don't care. I don't care what people say.
Oh, you're the one going down to grab that.
I'm just there, I like wake up for the Christmas present, like, yeah, open them up, mate. Far out, mate. Oh, what's that, mate? I was gonna just, get into like deep swearing.
Yeah, I know. I could almost feel that coming on. Dude, that's hilarious. But yeah, Santa Claus, I mean, I would recommend it.
You gotta recommend it, man. You gotta recommend
also, yeah, Santa Claus is like James Bond at the end.
He's doing James Bond.
Because they're saying, to be real, we got the boots that grip to the thing. You can call up a GPS and
oh, dude, he got gadgets.
Wow, that's what these are the James Bond.
Yeah.
Of Santa Claus.
I haven't seen number 2 and number 3.
Neither have I. I can't imagine they'd be good because the premise is what makes that one so good.
Yeah, because he's done his thing, but then the second one, what's going to happen? Like he's Santa Claus, but then I think one of them's maybe he's like son's into drugs or something.
Far out. Okay.
And he's like, don't worry about that snow. Worry about this snow, the snow of the North Pole.
This snow here. Oh no, he's falling off the roof.
I thought you were going to be like, don't worry about this snow here. And then you're like, oh, son, stop snorting the snow. And I just had the image of Santa Claus, Tim Allen, Santa Claus looking down at his son, like doing lines of like literal snow in the North Pole. And he's like, no, son, your brain.
Oh, man. Dude, that's hilarious.
Oh, man. Anyway, man, I hope like life is still going when we bring this episode out.
Yeah. All right, you're number 3.
It was Home Alone, so we are actually now going into number 2. So what we'll do is we're going to take a bit of a break here, right?
Nah, bro, we're going straight through.
We're just going straight through.
We're going straight through because this is time is of the essence.
It's Christmas time.
It's Christmas time. Like people need to get gifts.
You need to get gifts.
They need to baste the turkey.
They need to baste it.
They need to
do lines with Santa Claus.
I was going to say try not to fall off the roof. But I mean, I guess that's as well.
All right, my number 2 is 2002's very own Elf. Is that your number 2?
Yes.
Dude, we're on today.
Dude,
are we on today?
We're on. Bro.
Man, I didn't know we'd have this many together.
I know. That's 2 exact matches and one.
Hold on a second. Have you got another one that we've done a episode on? Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, if our number 1 was the same, that'd be wild.
That would be wild.
But 2002's very own Elf. Look, Will Ferrell at the peak of Will Ferrell.
I don't really like Will Ferrell as an actor.
Let me agree with that a little bit.
But this Will Ferrell and Elf was perfect. Yeah. I can't fault that man. Yeah. It's basically a movie of a fish out of water or elf out of the North Pole. Mm-hmm.
But is that both in the North Pole and out of it? That's the hilarious thing as well.
honestly, I was watching some clips from Elf.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
The image that's always in my mind, and I always try to do it because it's just funny, is when he goes up the escalator and he's doing just the splits up those escalators. Because like, what would you do if you'd never seen an escalator before?
That's right.
And Mans is a 6 foot something man
In an elf costume.
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
But also, I mean, it's the same premise.
Except
Like-
he's the man that loves, but he supports others in loving Christmas.
Yeah, that's right. And
Yeah.
but you know, his dad is the
Scrooge
one that
of
is the Scrooge. You know, he's not putting family first. He's work. You know, the work-life balance is just work.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's 100% true.
And you know, it turns it around.
And another thing that's great about this movie, when you're on Christmas time, you're not sitting there trying to dissect movies. You're there to experience shenanigans.
Yeah,
and
that's
to
right.
experience sadness and then happiness.
That's exactly right. You know,
Right?
happiness, then there's the sadness, and then there's the
And
happiness
there's
again.
the happiness again.
And the happiness is better because you just experienced sadness.
Because it's the ebbs and flows of life, right? It's the peaks and the troughs,
That's right.
right? And sometimes you got to experience the troughs to then appreciate the peaks. You know what I mean?
Write that down.
Write that down.
Write that down.
And listen, look,
And
Island
like and
Boys,
subscribe where you're at it. Like
Yeah.
write that down and then like and subscribe.
write that down in the comments, but also Island Boys, and I'd like to make it, you know? Looking up in the sun, you know? They're not stargazing, they're sun gazing. You know, isn't that crazy?
That'll ruin your eye sockets, bro.
Dude, I think they got a lot more than eye sockets that are. But Elf, man, you know, it is Will Ferrell acting as a child in a man's body.
Yeah.
And no one could do it more
It
perfectly.
suits him as an actor so well.
Yeah. And Will Ferrell was great, but then there was that Will Ferrell renaissance where he was just in like every second Kevin Hart movie.
And, oh, man.
And he got a bit much. But Will Ferrell,
Because
shout
he
out to
has
you.
that very specific style.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you don't rate that, then
But shout out Will Ferrell for doing his own thing.
that's right. He does his own thing.
you know?
He absolutely does his own thing. There was a movie, what was it called? Where he says like, I brought you flowers.
And it's Flower.
Oh, and it's flower.
Yeah, that's
Something about, it's a weird.
it's a weird title, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's him like screaming on the front cover.
Something like that. But I remember that being a good movie.
Also, he's in Kicking and Screaming, which I think is hilarious.
I think it's hilarious.
But you know, shout out Megan Thee Stallion, because I don't know if Megan Thee Stallion sings it, but Will Ferrell understood the assignment. You know, that's that's a reference from a while ago.
Okay.
But maybe it's back in Christmas time.
That's right. It could be back. Yeah, with the Island Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no, I mean,
Cool.
Elf is top tier.
Elf is-
That's a great one to watch with your family as well.
Any you can watch that at any age.
That's right, but I'm saying that's a good family movie.
Can I tell you one thing that's really great about Christmas movies as well?
What?
Put them on in the background.
Yeah, put them on the background, absolutely.
You don't need to watch them. You just need to see the Christmas
It's like
festivities.
36 degrees outside and you're just watching snow. Like, that's going to cool you down.
That's going to cool you down, man. Can I give you my number one, Vincent?
Give me your number one.
I'm talking 1998's very own I'll Be Home for Christmas.
I forgot about this one.
Dude, this is
Far
top
out.
tier. I don't know if I rated it then when we did the podcast.
I
think
rated
I did.
it. I rated it
think
very
I did.
highly. I forgot because I was just looking at top Christmas movies. That didn't come up. I'll Be Home for Christmas. This was the man's with
This is
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel's
And the man's is just
Taylor, what's
he's
his name?
just swindler.
What's that man's name?
I don't know.
JTJ? What was the man's name?
I don't know.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas? No.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Is this Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Let me have a look.
Jonathan
Let me
Taylor
have a look.
Thomas. Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
I'll Be Home for Christmas. Let me tell you about I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Oh man, that was a great
Jonathan
movie
Taylor
as
Thomas.
well.
So let me just give you the
The dude
synopsis.
that's stolen all the appliances.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So a college student faces an impossible journey when he's left stranded in the desert thousands of miles from home with no money, and he has to make it home for Christmas
Because he gets that Porsche,
because he's going to get that Porsche.
a speedster.
But what does this man realize? This is exactly what we've talked about.
Exactly right.
It has everything that you need in a Christmas movie. It has people learning their lesson and becoming jolly and understanding the meaning of Christmas is family.
Yeah.
But also shenanigans out the wazoo.
Dude, absolutely. Absolutely shenanigans.
And I think another criteria is that someone has to be dressed up as Santa. And
Yeah, I think
my
so.
man,
He's
Jonathan Taylor Thomas, he's dressed up as Santa Claus at the end of that movie.
yeah, it's because that's right. It's cool because he's a kid, but he's the swindler because he's just saying things to get what he wants.
Man, he's a smooth talker, isn't
He's
he?
just absolutely smooth talker.
But he talks himself into some trouble. Yeah. No, that is if you want to go on a wild ride during Christmas time, you will find yourself in the desert. You will find yourself in a running race.
That was a good movie. Oh,
The Santa Claus running. Remember the Santa Claus running race?
yeah. Oh man, and then at the
There
end,
was that Kenyan man's that was in it as well, and he was just thrashing everybody. You'll find yourself at a meat heavy restaurant that has cows within the restaurant.
yeah, and then he's saying sorry to his wife or something like that.
And you'll just find Jessica Biel's in like an old German style village.
Yeah, that was. Oh man, what a movie!
What a movie, man.
That should be. I don't know. That was. I watched. I read the top 65 best Christmas movies.
I know.
And that wasn't in
I
there.
read that as well.
And there was some like old TCM head there.
Yeah, but apparently that's a really good movie.
Yeah, but it's not as good as.
What's it called? Like A Wonderful Life or no, Miracle on 50 something Street.
Sure.
Apparently that's a good movie.
Yeah, but can't be as good as this. Anyway, I that should have been in my top 5. But I'm glad you brought it up because I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. Tell me your number one.
Number 1 is another movie that we've done. Noel.
It's not actually.
It's not the movie because that movie was garbage. My number 1 movie is Home Alone.
Dois. Wow.
I think this is a better movie and a better Christmas movie.
Wow.
Than Home Alone 1, the original.
Uno, if you will.
Yeah. And
wow.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's got Donald Trump, which is just hilarious. Especially now.
But also, think about this, right? You can't go back and disregard this whole movie just because that man's in it.
No,
but you can laugh at the fact that man's that was the part of culture that he was in. He was in a Fresh Prince episode. He was on the Ray Shremmerd track, Up Like Donald Trump. Or it's called Up Like Trump, I think.
He was the track.
He was so big a part of many cultures. It is insane to see where this man has gone now.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It is wild.
Look, I hope he somehow turns things around. He has a comeback. He's on someone's track. Maybe that's what they need to do. When Drake and Kanye finally do their new song together.
Yeah.
You've seen them back together. Maybe Donald Trump's on there and then all the cultures will come back together.
All the cultures. Highly unlikely, but I guess we can.
Yeah. A man can dream. And isn't that the Christmas miracle?
Anyway, I'm just going to go fast out. The thing that I like about this movie so much is, you
were like, you acknowledged it and you're like, there's no response that I can give to this man. This is just not logical.
No, so number 1 is in New York.
Yes.
Which, I mean, New York, it's New York state of mind.
Yeah.
And he has to whip it into a New York state of mind because the fellas are back.
Yeah.
Marv and Joe Pesci are back. There's Toy Store shenanigans.
Which as a kid is great.
That's right. That's another Christmas situation that is amazing. Home Alone, the original one, was more of a it's more of a movie set around Christmas. But this Home Alone 2, I think, is more of a Christmas movie.
And his outfits are more Christmassy, in my opinion.
That's true.
Just the front cover of him with the just the beanie on and whatnot.
Yeah.
It does feel more Christmassy. You're right. Yeah.
It does. And the one thing that I love the most about this movie is all he wants to do is he wants to have Christmas trees. He doesn't want to go to Florida with his family because it's not Christmassy. It's not snowy. It's not what he believes is Christmassy.
That's right.
Which is, neither here nor there. That's what he believes and that's what he wants. And he wants to be at the Christmas tree in New York. Mm-hmm. And I think it's beautiful when he's there and his mum's there at the Christmas tree in New York, right on the, Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Whenever it is. I think that's beautiful.
Also, I've been to that Christmas tree.
That's wild.
And let me tell you, I think I might have been looking at the wrong Christmas tree. Because in real life, I was like, I pushed through Times Square and a whole bunch of people to get to here.
And it was just like...
and there was just some man's just standing in front of it like, is this where we're meant to go? Well, there was just this whole crowd of tourists and we're all just looking at this guy and he's like, I don't think we're meant to be here. That's what it was like.
This is a restricted area.
We're just in some guy's backyard and he's just like, why are all these people in my backyard? We're looking at the tree. Bro, that's my succulent,
That's my succulent. It's a little succulent little pot. Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah, things look like a succulent, I'll be honest with you. But Christmas in New York is an experience, and I can understand why my man's Mr. Macaulay Culkin wanted to be there during Christmas time.
That's right. And I mean, it's still got the same shenanigans as
It
similar
is the same
shenanigans.
movie. It's the same movie in a different space.
You could watch just that movie. You don't have to watch the first one.
No. You understand what's going on. It's
That's
a kid
right.
going up against these criminals.
That's right.
And shenanigans ensue. And Rob Schneider's in it?
Don't know.
Isn't he one of the people in the
Toy Store?
No, I think he is part of the
crew.
The hotel.
The hotel crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's hilarious as well. They think that they walked in on his dad in the shower.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
This is the Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. The first one is Keep the Change, you filthy animal.
Keep the change. Yeah, see, that is the...
This one's Merry Christmas, you
you're
filthy
right.
animal.
You're right.
Yeah.
And a Happy New Year, you dog. Yeah.
Oh, also, can I just say just an honorable mention, which is not on my list because I haven't watched it as many times as I should have, but I'm going to watch it again this year because I watched it for the first time last year. And it is the Muppets Christmas Story. And it's literally the Scrooge story, but there's Muppets in there.
Okay, that doesn't really interest me.
Dude, that interests me. You know, Gonzo, he's telling the story. The rat's there as well.
I don't know who Gonzo is, but...
Dude, you love Gonzo if you saw it, man.
All right. Well, that's all.
Dude,
So
look.
watch some Christmas movies, just have a good time. Like, whatever that may be. You don't have to do anything you don't want. Well, you just try and enjoy yourself.
Just enjoy yourself, man. You know, it is the most wonderful time of the year, but can be a hard time of the year for
It's
some.
a hard time for the year. And, for those who don't celebrate it, then, you do whatever you want to do.
Man, and we're happy for it,
That's right. All right.
Hey.
Sounds so much better when I'm so close to the mic. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Listen, like and subscribe. Send us a comment. Hey, look.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not enjoying Christmas, you want to talk to someone, send us a comment, man. Send us an email. We'll talk to you. Right?
That's right. Our information's in the description.
That's exactly right.
All right.
Hey.
Talk soon.
Talk soon. Also, Merry Christmas and whatnot.
You filthy animal. No, that's actually rude.
Yeah.
That's actually rude. Just talk soon.
Yeah.
We appreciate anyone who's got... If he's got to this point, that's appreciation.
Also,
All right.
oh, my ears. Just remember, Christmas boys, make it number one.
Christmas boys make it number one. All right, see ya.
Bye.